Hey guys, Justin from MBKFA and Jackson Kayak here, doing another how-to video on one of the rigs that I use. There's been a few people who have seen me using a double rig that I'm using for flounder. I'm just going to show real quick how to make one of those up. It's deadly. I actually caught one really early in the season, a couple weekends ago. So I'm going to show you guys how I do that. So what I start with, I use my fluorocarbon leader. Usually I use 20 pound. I'm actually out of 20 pound right now, so I'm going to go up to the next size that I have is a 30 pound leader. First thing I am going to do, I'm going to find the end of that leader material. I am going to do a double overhand knot on the end here. So I just double it first. I'm going to overhand it, but I'm going to put it through a second time. So what you've got there is just, I put it through that 2 times. Now I'm going to cinch it down, but I need to make sure that I have a good loop on the end, and you'll see why in just a little while. Get it wet, cinch it down. Alright, there we go. So you've got just a double overhanded knot. Snip the end, so we've just got a loop on the end there. Alright, now I'd say about 8 or 9 inches up, a little bit more out here, I'm going to do a Palomar knot. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to start with a loop like this, and I'm going to take the end and I'm going to twist this middle section. A little bit difficult to do and to show it on camera. Oops, power there. Twist, twist. So what I have is a loop on top, and in the bottom of the loop I have that twisted section. So I'm going to take the top of the loop and push it through that small twisty section. You can find lots of how-tos on Palomars. There we go. Now start my twist. Okay. Put the loop section through. And again, you're going to want a decent size loop off the side of that. Alright, so there we have Palomar sticking off the side. Boom. And then again on the end we have a loop. So we just basically have a section of line with 2 loops on it. Now above that, about another 8 or 10 inches, just snip it off. So there we've got that section of it. We're going to take barrel swivel. I don't know if you can see that or not. Just a little barrel swivel. That is the next section. Just tie a standard blood knot. Snip the end. So you've got barrel swivel down to Palomar, or what, there's a couple names for that, down to loop on the end. So this is the Palomar loop section. We are going to take a 3/0 bait keeper style hook, and I don't know if you can see that. It's got the little barbs up there on the shank. It's a bait keeper hook. Helps to hold things on the hook. Bend the loop nice and tight. Stick it through the eye of the hook. It's very important to make sure that hook is pointing up like that, by the way. So what we're going to do, we're going to go over the top of the hook, twist it, and come back over the bend of the hook. So when we pull it down tight, it just latches right around that. See there? So far, barrel swivel, bait keeper hook. Now we go down to the very bottom of the business end loop here. Again, we're going to pinch that. I'm using a 1/4 ounce shrimp body style jig head. Really short shank, but it's got really good little barbs there for holding plastics and whatnot on there. Really good, and I like the profile of that round bullet style head. It just seems to work the best for anything I've used. And it's cheap. It's made by Bass Pro Shops. It's their offshore angler brand. So again, I put it through the eye, over the bait, and I'm pulling it tight so that, there we go. Now, the benefit of doing it this way is that if you decide you need a heavier or lighter jig head, you can switch it out to whatever weight you want. So there you have it. This is my double flounder rig, barrel swivel, Palomar to a bait keeper hook with a jig head on the bottom, and both of those are going to be tipped with a chartreuse gulp swimming mullet. Boom.